There's something about, like, getting your games on a camera and talking about things that feels like your entire being, for as far as most of the people who will know about you are concerned from then on, that your whole life is defined by this thing. Did you win or did you lose? Are you a good player or not? This is good only in werewolves, so I feel like it's a red-green card. This is more like a black-white card, because black and white gains life. This is just kind of an interesting card. Aim for the head has been annoying, but replaceable. I guess this is just the thing that you could play in more decks than anything. I think the upside of this is probably the best, even though it doesn't fly. Consuming Tide. This is not great, but it's okay. I think we probably take this removal spell. I like this card actually now that I know blood is good. Very expensive though. 6 mana sorcery speed removals used to be like fine. You would play 1 or 2 and that was just how you killed things in limited. But in the last set, Defenestrate, Olivia's Midnight Hunt, the Silverbolt, Foul Play, it's absurd. Devour Flesh. It was just every single one of those removal spells was pretty much better than Bleed Dry, and Bleed Dry is clearly better than this 6 mana sorcery that makes 2 blood tokens, so we're just in a completely different world now. Having removal be worse makes me think that bombs are better. They call that a Prince format. This is probably the best card if the blue-green self-mill deck is a thing. I've never seen it in the games I've played. This is really good. This is fine. This is probably good in blue-green. This lets us stay black, but I think this dude is good. A 3/3 that makes more 1/1s that fly. Pretty sick. This is not the best white non-rare, but it's close. It's another one of those spiders. I really like to try that deck. I kind of want to take it and just see if we wheel the other one, but we're already so far into this. There's a lot of small things to kill. It's probably good. This is a lot of value. Once again, now that I know that blood tokens are fine. Drawing 2 cards and then drawing another 2 cards, kind of. Pretty good. I'm just gonna get this removal spell. This goes in the black-white deck, if that is what we end up being. I think this card is better. We don't really have things that train it very well. But this could be quite good if we can gain life. We have no way to gain life currently, so it's just this. I think once you're steadily gaining life, you can start thinking about how good that bat is. I'm not in for this. Probably I actually think it's probably this guy. He does gain life. That might matter. I just think we're on this clunky removal spell. This used to be like, destroy target creature, they lose 2 life. And that used to be fine. We could still be blue. I doubt it, but we could be. We kind of have some removal, so this might actually be good this time. I drafted this once and cut it because I didn't see the removal situation lining up as such that I'd actually get to neg-2 anything. And a 4/2 for 4 that doesn't neg-2 something goes from like quite good to I wouldn't play it most of the time. It seems really strange though. Like what you're looking for here is a curve. 2 drops that you want to trade with, 3 drops that you want to trade with, then this. And you might kill something. If they're on the play, they might have a 4 drop. So it might not matter. It's not that good. This is the maximum amount of Grizzly Rituals I'll ever want to play is 2. What we really want here is the curve. And I want to train this Griffin Rider. Like, you don't need to go nuts with him. Getting him to 3 power is a big deal, though, I would say. But also, like, shutting down the ground is good, too. If you get to the point where you just have this 2/1 and this 3/3 on board flying, it should be good enough. This is good if you're aggressive. I kind of want to just test this tapper. It's expensive, but I'm just curious about it. Tappers that tap for 1 mana aren't bad. Like, I just think about Icy Manipulator, 4 mana, and then you pay 1 to tap. This is like an Icy Manipulator that sometimes just blocks instead, which is really weird. And it costs more, so it's worse. But it's very doubtful we'll play this. It has some synergies, but probably not in black-white. There's some black cards that want the blood tokens by themselves. White. I don't know what it does, but we'll highlight it. If you have 7 more enchantments, creatures you control have... Okay, so enchantments. God, I'm already off this. Damn it. This could have been cool, but now it's not. We're not going to have 7 enchantments. We're just going to keep doing this, I think. I want like a glut of 2 drops. And by a glut, I mean like 3 more. And then like a bunch of 3/2s on the 3 slot would be nice. I'm not impressed with our 4 drops except this removal. This guy's not that good. Death Touch is always obnoxious. Draining is certainly upside, and so is exiling things, but I feel like for a guy that does multiple things at common, he just trades with one thing. I've had people trade this card with every single thing I've attacked with, it seems like. I've never actually had anything really relevant to exile so far. It's weird because I don't want this to be one of my 5 drops at all. I'd rather just have like another one of these and all this removal. But I'm curious if that actually works. I don't think I can put 1/1 counters on guys. Unless I'm white-green. Gain life. Valor's Stance is a pretty good card. This card has actually impressed me as well. You can make things a little bit bigger and allow training to happen, which is kind of nice. I don't think that we're going to be getting counters. Valor's Stance is probably the best card. I think we want this. We also want these. We'll probably wheel one of these 2-drops, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I believe that we will wheel a 2-drop. We're going to start leaning out of this guy. I don't even see this guy as a creature, really. He's an artifact or enchantment that does a thing. Most of the time you're going to be just tapping a flyer rather than blocking something on the ground. I hate how bad Demonic Bargain is. The fact that it does this and costs 3 is offensive to my senses. Could have had 3 of these Vile Spawn Spiders. That would have been awesome. What am I doing? Well, once again, like, the 4-drop slot being the biggest number is why I'm losing in this format. I can tell you right now that is the reason why I haven't had overwhelming success so far. But I'm learning. We gotta highly prioritize these lower drops, I think, now. That's something that you don't always get a beat on. Sometimes you want an effect, and it's hard to tell. This guy's been pretty good. Better with Exploit. I think a card like this is good too. I may just get this. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna try this guy. Because I want to train as often as possible. Like if I can play this into this and then give this lifelink and +1/+1 and train this. That seems like a sequence that I want to do. I think Persistent Specimen is excellent in this format, but I want this guy. He's a self-mill exploit fodder. That skeleton's good, for sure. Speaking of exploit fodder, maybe I just get really annoying with a couple of these guys. Maybe this is just an experiment where I see how good gaining 1 life and giving my flyers +1/+0 is. I could do like a weird thing where I like pump one of these to train one and then I pump the other one twice to train back or something strange. This seems like a training seed, in fact. Now this guy's really good. We need blockers on the ground, though. You can have all the Windrakes in the world to win the game, but if they're just hitting you with 4/4s in green, you probably just lose anyway. This is another thing that trains. I kind of want to try it, too. It's our creature count. Just don't want another 4-drop. This might actually be something that's cool. Somebody played it against me once, and I thought it was okay. He had an unblockable guy. Blue being open's sad, because I love to play blue, usually. I doubt we're going to play that Phalanx. Alright, do we finally have a rare that works? X damage to creature or planeswalker, and I gain X life. What's X damage if I just pay 2? X, damn. I don't get it. I don't understand how that works. I feel really dumb. I think I probably just bleed dry, right? Because I don't understand exactly how this works. Because cleave takes X as the... Oh, okay, so it removes it, and it becomes X, so it's a fireball. So it's just the amount of creatures I control otherwise. I gotcha. I guess it would have been worth taking that rare then. I didn't understand it fast enough. I think that cleave is the worst templated effect they've ever had. My gut says this is good. You would never play a 4 mana +2/+2, but you would if it was on a bear. I kind of want to splash this. Nope. Damn. Gotta play this. I love this card. I've never played with it, but every time my opponent has it, I find it obnoxious. It's especially good when you have ways to exploit, because you don't have to rely on your opponent doing stuff. Another bleed dry. I'm not making tons of blood tokens, but I do think this is good. I think we'll just kill everything. Like, is that the plan? Sometimes you do that. You just kill everything. This card is really, really obnoxious. I think I'm off this. Whoops. Where's that guy? Oh no. Skulking Killer will probably be good in this deck since we can kill a lot of things. This Scavenger, I don't want to disparage it too much. It's very playable. If it was a 2/3 Death Touch for 3 that did some less stuff, like if it just exiled a thing or just drained, I would like that better than having it all stitched onto one guy. I don't even know what this does. At the beginning of your end step, if you gain 3 or more life this turn... Yeah, I'll take this. Probably play it, too. Doesn't look like we're going to be discarding cards. Just going to take this uncommon for the vault. So, my hopes for this deck are certainly higher than they were for... God, what do I blame losing with that red-green deck on? Is it red-green? Or was it the 0 rares I drew in every single game? My first opponent in round 1 played 3 rares in like 8 turns. I played and drew 0 rares in 5 games. So, I don't know. I mean, on average, you're supposed to go 3-3. If you brag a lot and claim that you're a good player like me, then you should win more than 50% of your games. Or look stupid. That's how I've looked since I made this channel. It's just a little bit dumb. Black-white, we'll see. Not quite a life gain deck, but it does gain life. So I gotta make a few cuts. I kind of want to cut, whoops, some removal. We have like too much. Probably Ceremonial Knife, and we'll just keep these guys to have the same effect. I like making the blood token a lot. But this is free. I don't like this guy that much. However, if I play this guy or this guy, I could cut a 6-drop and go to this, and I would still have a lot of removal. I think this is it. Alright. I'm part of like some local draft discussion groups, some good players, and the sentiment they have early on day 2, of course everybody's very hyperbolic about everything, is that the Mardu colors are where you want to be. And we are within that scope, so I guess we'll find out if this is better than what I've been doing. I thought my blue-red deck was awesome. I thought that green deck I had in the last draft was pretty good looking, but it didn't work out. I had 5 punches. That seemed good. Instant speed. It's good. This guy seems like somebody that's good with exploit, which we don't have. Speaking of Mardu colors, I kind of want to just kill this thing. He didn't get any value off this, which sucks for him. Every other time my opponents played this card so far, they have gotten a card back from the graveyard. Oh, great. Edgar, cool. It's a 4/4. That's dead, right? Like, when it dies, return it to the battlefield transformed. At your upkeep, make a 1/1. Yeah, it's pretty scary. Do any of these things exile? Nope. Yep. Got him. Well, that was an answer. Bleed dry. Just got married and he's already dead. He's not even dead, he's exiled, man. I want to draw a land so that I can cleave this if need be. Aha. Maybe I just play this flyer now. I really like this 1/4. That's disappointing. I could kill my own guy and save him, which is kind of interesting. Do I do that? I'm gonna do that. Then I can trade, gain 5 life, still play a guy. It was a 2 for 2, which feels like a weird exchange, but I am at 29 life now. He does have 4 cards and a blood token, which is pretty shitty. This guy. I think I would have blood tokened this away and then returned it to the battlefield. I mean, if you want to talk about me making weird, questionable plays, that was definitely questionable. Unless he's just trying to blow me out with some kind of block here. I'm starting to regret killing my own guy. Only because I traded. That 1-4 was annoying, but it's no longer in my way. It just looks like I'm going to win with flyers now, so it didn't matter. So my hypothesis is that this guy is not a very good player. I know he's been mana screwed here, but he also is playing 3 colors, so fuck him. But dude, yeah, discard Specimen to that blood token, play it for free. Well, not free, but it was free on that turn. This card's good. Sick. You could have done this a lot better, though. My hunch says we're going to win, but you never know what he could have drawn. Could have drawn the 6/6 demon or something absurd. Alright, so here, if he trades on the ground, which seems so unlikely, Skulking Killer gets to do his thing. Okay. I don't know how many games I can go where somebody just has a thing that matters. I need to get this flyer out of the way so that I can safely get in with these 1/1s for the rest of the game. But I need to get these 1/1s before he exiles it from my graveyard. It's almost worth Grizzly Ritualing. That's interesting. I have to save this for something real. I'm going to be saving it so long that if he makes me discard 2 cards, I'm just going to cry. God, Skulking Killer now sucks. Oh my god, only if you control an enchantment. I'm so stupid in this set. I just don't know how I can be so bad and not understand these cards. It's still a 3/3 for 5. It's really disappointing though. This whole game is now very disappointing. Now that I read this. I had to play the killer just to, like, get his lifelink guy back. I'm like the definition of read the fucking card on this set. I don't want to play enchantments, though. I'm gonna lose this game. But I might win. I'm going to lose, but you never know. There's always a chance I might win. I'm gonna attack with this. My inclination is that if he uses his turn to put an enchantment on something, I can just kill it with Grizzly Ritual and be fairly happy. I'd probably double block the lifelink thing, hope that he does the same thing. I could still have use out of this yet. Bleed Dry. Valorous Stance. I feel really dumb about this. Noted. I don't even have an enchantment in my sideboard, that's how nuts it is. I need to get these Griffin Riders or something. I mean, I am not playing a deck that has bombs. I just have guys. And removal. And land. I can get these guys back if I can get this enchantment on something, but I gotta be careful. I can't have this exiled from a graveyard. I can't have it get exiled on the battlefield. I don't want to just throw it away to get the enchantment, but I'm getting to the point where I'm like almost willing to do that. I'm not ready to do it yet. I'm building up towards this though. I can only do this as a sorcery, so that was dumb. I should have thought of, because I knew about this. This is just me talking and not being used to it yet. This is an insanely good card. So here, the plan is probably double block. Nope. Alright. I'm just gonna kill this though. I'm not gonna kill it. Attacking or blocking creature. I guess I'm good with exiling that thing. Ambitious. Yep. Card's good. This is a weird race. I'm losing it currently. I need to get this Drog Skull infantry dead, so I need to get him low enough to force him to block. I don't want to 2-for-1 myself on this guy. I'm just gonna kill this. Why not? Why not? Wow. So annoying. There's a guy, finally. I might throw away this 2-drop, I might not, I'm not sure. Okay, that's good. That's good. Unless he... Oh, he exiles it, though. It's pretty annoying. God, I knew he'd do it. You have 3 of those? 1, 2, 3. That was brutal, though. Savage kill. I'll never get these Heron's Blessed guys back now. I'm definitely keen to not block, because I can gain 3 life and transform this guy. If he kills this 3-5, I don't know what I'm going to do with myself. I need that bat. Okay. I think I do this pre-combat, though. Gain a life. Draw a land, of course, because why not? He just blocks anyway. He blocks every turn for the rest of the game. That's a rare. Can't block. What does it do? Sacrifice 2 blood tokens, not currently relevant. It's a good card. Would have been way better earlier in the game. If I discarded a card this turn, a little late for that. I guess I just... He blocks here, he blocks... Yeah. I guess I just attack with this one guy. Persistent Specimen is now a removal spell that he has this much mana. I wonder if I can get another blood token somewhere. I don't think I have a blood token maker left. I do. I have the Restless Bloodseeker that I pack one, pick one. I could kill this. I don't need to. Actually, you know what? I want to scry. Actually, you know what? I'm going to kill the 3/3 with an attack this turn. I'm more worried about him blocking than anything else right now. Sick. Jesus. Of course that happened. So I still just trade with the Specimen. It's getting worse and worse. It's getting worse and worse. I should have just gained life and passed turn, honestly. He's so close to being dead. It's frustrating. That guy does something, or at least he did at a time. In the long, long ago. One, two, three. I can only do 2 damage still. I do get to kill his Heron Blessed Geist. This game has been wild. I have 8 cards left in my library. He has 6. He has even less life. Of course. Of course. Of course. Of course. There we go. So I can get back a Heron Geist. Probably the best course of action. So I give this guy this is a sort of interesting block for him. Because he can eat the Recluse easily with this 1/1. Yeah, see, this is a way worse block for him. I still get a damage in. I think I just get this flyer. There's arguments for other things. I think I won. Unless he has a board wipe. Nice. Rockin'. That was scary. Cool game. Alright, we got game 2 is black-white. We learned that I do not read cards. Alright. Pretty far away from what I want to do. This all looks pretty reasonable. I don't get to train with any of these guys, which is pretty rough. Oh no, curiosity. So if he uses a removal, this is going to be pretty rough. But what I want to do is have him put this on a small guy and then kill it. Like if he exploits this, scries and draws a card, puts it on this flyer, I'm okay with that. He's not going to exile the guy he played, though. How much value do I want to get from this courier? I would love to get more value from that courier. That's a fact. It's worth just, like, taking one here. If he puts the curiosity on the 1/1, I'm happy to trade. In the last game, I won, but I did 3 for 2 myself trying to be cute. Yeah, I guess it doesn't matter. Like, he doesn't want to exile his guy, but I don't really want to lose my guy either. I don't think Piercing Light is insane, but in this set it's probably okay. There is a flash 3/3. That could get me. Counterspell, make a blood token. Alright. So, opponent is probably... Oh, he's really gonna do that. I don't think that was a good idea. My curiosity is too powerful. Heron of Hope, sure. I think it's better to get my flyer out there and then worry about bleeding him dry later. Especially with Griff Rider. I can really get him, actually, if, you know, he plays things and does whatever he does. You can just, like, kill this Heron of Hope and... I don't think I do anything, though. He's got shields up. You just can't make a mistake here when you don't have to. Those fighter jets from the base. Pretty loud. I don't know about this, man. I mean, this is only his graveyard. To gain 3 life. Could have killed his guy. Didn't seem right. Alright. I'm into this. Sure. Just +2 +0. So now he can grow his guy and make it bigger. And then I think I actually do want to do this, but then he puts this on this and then equips. I think we're still okay doing what we're doing, actually. Sure. I'm just gonna go ahead and get behind here for a second. I think I just attack. We really can't do any. I mean, he gets to train. This guy's deck is going to beat us. I'm sorry, but that's happening. We get. Oh, we did get to kill him. That's nice. Dope. I wouldn't have traded if I was him. He could just activate this and gain life. I was doing him a favor by attacking. Shields up, man. Dangerous situations. We're dead. We have to kill that. That card's just so unbeatable. It's a good thing we have a couple more removal spells, because we are going to have to deal with these two things too, which are both going to be flying probably. Patchwork Crawler gets bigger, and then he'll put this on it. Interesting, okay. So I'd rather have that 3/3. I mean, I'm in the market to trade stuff right now. This is pretty good. It would have been better last turn, but like if I could have killed this in response. At the beginning of my end step, if I gained 3 life, I can transform it. So I guess just killing this now seems smart. No, I have a Death Toucher at least. I can also train my guy. It's a race we're winning, but he's really neutralized my immense flying threat by having way better flyers and way more power flying. If he attacks, I'm good, though. Sure. Yep. I think this is a clear double block. This is pretty good. So I suicide the cackling culprit to get Griff Rider going. That seems like an okay situation. Now I just have a 3-power flyer. I'm never gonna draw that removal spell though. Only the other ones. But the other ones are better. Although that one would be good right now. I think he'd scoop. Card's decent. If you gained life this turn, make a blood token. Seems like a pretty excellent draw. Pretty much has to block. Then he nerfs the flyer. Then he has to leave his guy back on defense. This is all going merely decently. I don't know how much I want to flip this guy. I mean, I do want to flip this guy. But I could win faster if I just drew a removal spell. So that's really the issue. So now his guy is going to have lifelink. It's so annoying. This card is cool. Gains the activated abilities. It's certainly cute as hell. I do want to flip this. I want one more blood token though, I think. So I will not be getting that. I think I just saved my guy now, right? Save all my guys, he just loses the game. Oh, he still does two. Sorry, he does one and yeah, he got it. That's fine. This is annoying as hell, for sure. The lifelink never ends. This is back-to-back pretty crazy long games. This black-white deck. Valorous stance. Oh, just barely doesn't kill him. Okay. I'm gonna guess he gets black for some reason. No, it's probably red. It's red. Sorry, he's got this thing for the fireball. Just white. Yeah, he probably has a mountain, I would guess. I mean, I can't really do anything. Lifelink, man. The link of life. It's cabbage. It's pure cabbage. Ugh. 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 It's not like our opponents. Ooh. Ooh. Ah. Ooh. Ah. Ooh. I could just suicide this in and then kill his guy. It's worth him gaining 4 life just to get that thing off the board. Yep. I'm okay with that. At long last, I can attack. Hopefully he doesn't play a gigantic thing and put lifelink on it. Actually, a gigantic thing's good. Hopefully it's not an indestructible thing. That's the stipulation. I just need to be able to kill it with this. Nah, dog. Without destruction. Now I just have to deal with this giant lifelinker if he draws a giant lifelinker. Oh my god. Gross. Puke. I'm just gonna keep doing this. That's how much of an eye roll that is because of how huge this is. Um... I wonder what he would do. I guess... Yeah, this is the only play. It's just to get 3 damage in and kill this guy. It's just an utter puke fest, though. This is kind of how game 1 ended, is I gained a bunch of life. Game went long. Jeez. This is annoying. Winner, though. This deck's 2-0 just by attritioning people out. I could have seen both of those games going against me, though. This hand is a little slow, but these flyers unchecked could just win the game. This is a lot better now that I have this. It's even better now that I have that. Makes sense to just have the flyer first. I like Desperate Farmer because he'll want to kill this. What the hell is this, a rare? That could be scary. I'd probably just kill the thing that he plays, though. And hope it's not the 4/4 mythic, because I can't beat it. That's cool. That's wild. That was a lot worse than I had anticipated it being. I can't play 2 things this turn. That was way, way more brutal than I thought it was going to be. I think I just kill this. Probably attack also. Actually, I shouldn't have attacked because I could have courier batted. I'm a damn fool. This game's over. But yeah, so I can't courier bat because I suicided last turn. It's pretty horrendous. This card's God mode, yo. I don't know if I should have killed that, but I clearly should have killed that. I wish there was an emote that was just applause because of how absurd this is. I don't even understand what's happening here. Lesson learned on that nightmare. God, reach. So frustrating. Seems pretty clear that I just sell out to kill this. Block this. Block this. get blown out by literally anything. This whole game was a huge mistake. He doesn't even have the mana to cast half the stuff he had, but he had this card, so I fucked up big. This was insane. Sometimes early in the format, I'm not saying that this is what I was doing, but sometimes it's okay to see how busted something can be on the other side. I would have much rather just known what I was in for, played correctly, killed that thing on site, traded my 4 mana removal for his 2 mana spell instead of just getting absolutely crucified. He played 10 mana for 4 mana on turn 3, like, or whatever, or turn 4. That was just absolutely brutal, is what it was. Just absolutely brutal. I'm really not that worried about this. But maybe I should be. Missed a land drop, which is pretty good for us. 2 land drops, tough beats. This Innocent Traveler is going to be just the end of the game. So I had Syncopate. So it's not the end of the game, because he had the 1 spell that prevents him from dying. I'm sick that I can't play both of these things. It's A-okay. Interesting. Card's dope. Yeah, okay. That's a bummer. Get that out of the way too. A lot of flyers in this format. I'm just thinking back to that dude, 2 mana, put a guy on the battlefield. That's wild. Dude went off. It seems pretty obvious now that that was going to be way worse than I thought it was going to be. Here I was kind of thinking, okay, he puts a big guy on the battlefield, I kill it. He puts another big guy on the battlefield, maybe I kill that. Wait till he's out of cards, and then it's no big deal. But that was not how that went. This guy just completely negates this if I tap it, but I didn't think he would block, and thus I attacked. We're not in the negate the flyers phase just yet. Well, I'm almost in for killing this. I hope he plays a 3 power flyer. The 2/3 can only block flying creatures. That'd make this whole adventure pretty impressive. I can almost cast it, so I'll just draw it and keep doing nothing for a while. Yeah, I'll probably kill that. That's a human. I could have just done it on his turn. Puke. Puke. It's a human. It's a human. That was certainly incorrect. This set's pretty tricky. Maybe I'm making it look trickier than it really is by just being bad consistently, but I love this guy's deck, by the way. I'm in for any deck that goes 1-drop flyer into like these 2-drop flyers. It's awesome. Another removal. Oh man. This is quite the beat. This guy's deck is amazing. This card's sweet too. The Secret Monodork. You whiffed though. It's pretty insane. I'm gonna have to kill something soon. I just want to start drawing cards. I think I just like kill something. This seems so wasteful. I want these blood tokens though. I got this for this eventually. Very close to being a 4/4. That's good. Feels nice to have a guy. Lifelink is pretty good and limited. That's good in this deck. Seems good in this format, but so does flying. I think my opponent's deck is way cooler than my deck so far. He's doing what I like to do. I don't want to be counterspelled, like, even a little bit. I could just try and trade for both, I guess. It's not that bad. That's cool. I actually think I'm not going to cast this. Just all this mana open, couple cards in hand. That card's good. I hope he puts this on the 5/4 right now. I'm gonna take this because I still want to try and blow out his enchantment. He's probably like dumbfounded by how much removal we've played this game. We just played every kill spell in the entire game in a row, basically. All different names. But now it's time for him to play giant hexproof whatevers and just annihilate us. I'm gonna save this 2-2. Let him tussle with my other things. I feel like I should have played this first. In case he draws a counter spell. We'll never know if he just drew that. We will literally never know. But what we do know is that I thought I could get punished, and I was punished. I love this card too. Flash is my favorite keyword. Doesn't matter how fancy they get with all this other stuff, exploit and whatever. Flash is where it's at. God, this thing, I just, you know, just ever so slightly sick of people having giant things. Yeah, just get in with this Death Touch guy. Probably trade. I mean, I guess he's in a race he's winning. He doesn't know how much life I could gain, I guess. Secret tech here is I could just chump block this Griffin Rider and have a 4-3 lifelinker duder. I guess I do this first. Yep. It's getting kind of scary. If he deals with Desperate Farmer, I'm in a fairly fucked situation. Jesus. Just another giant thing. Okay. Yep. That's where we're at. We lost. We definitely gained the most life possible. Comes back second from the top. That's not that threatening right now. He's almost at the point of just leaving dudes back. I can't believe this is a common. This is a sick common. I don't know about that card. It's decent, I guess. Slow. Now we're talking. What do we get back, though, dudes? 3/3 flyer. Actually, you know what? Play this. Next turn, they're both 3/3 flyers. or 3 power flyers. I just don't want him to play another flyer. If he plays a fatty, I'm okay. I don't want him to kill this courier bat either. I need this attack to happen. He can't really bounce this though, because then I get another thing back, which is really rough. He's playing 4 colors. If I lost to this 4 color guy, I'd be pretty annoyed, admittedly. Alright. We can win if he just doesn't have something. Oh yeah, he draws the 4/4. So we can trade. And then he gets it back. Alternatively, we could just win the game by being lucky beyond belief. How could we even have more removal after all this? That's the real question. That was a game where you needed all the removal. I mean, I'm having fun with this deck, but man, it's winning long games. Traveling Minister has been pretty consistently impressive at doing things that win the game. Mainly turning on Courier Bat, activating the ability to train when you otherwise wouldn't. I'm in for a lot of that stuff. Disturb, huh? I don't want to suicide my guy until I get a counter on this guy, I don't think. I can get him back, no problem. But I'd rather suicide him, get a counter on Griff Rider, then Courier Bat the guy. This is a card that I underestimated. I think this is very good. This has got to be one of the best training guys. This game is clearly going to be a real flex on how insane you can be with training. Because if he doesn't kill anything on the board, if he just plays a guy, this game is toast. If I was sitting in his seat right now, I'd be pretty frustrated. He's probably out there just trying to make a couple videos. And guys are just pushing his shit in for no reason. This is absurd right here. I don't even know what to make of this. It's not beatable. Game's super, super over. His soul is black. Because he was probably walking on asphalt. I'm in for this. You know, this card seems really busted, but also not busted at the same time. Like, if you go against a deck that just has a bunch of little crappers, it might be too slow to do it what it's doing, but it does make them sacrifice a creature every turn to keep them off flying. So if you can get them low, it can be pretty threatening. This is kind of cool that he's going to do that thing. If I gained life this turn, make a blood token. I could gain life, but that would be a pretty big waste. I think this wretched throng is like... I don't know. I guess I'm not particularly impressed by it. I like the ones where, like, if it enters the battlefield, you search. That's more my speed. See, it's not good here, but we're gonna play this game. This silly, silly game. He can just sack the throng, get another throng, or sack the... Like, this is a perfect situation where Innocent Traveler is not the best, but at least we played it early. So it just sits there doing what it does, and then we'll see beyond that. Bride's gown, okay. Yeah. Throng. Yep. This game is way less awesome than last game. Play something big. I don't know about that. I have to kill on my turn to get a blood token, so that's a little annoying. But I do get to flip both things. Well, no I don't. I only get to flip one thing. So he let it flip this time. This is interesting. I think I want to just flip my guy. So we'll do this. I really love this guy in this deck. It's pretty easy to make him into a 3/5. My opponent's getting to the point where he is going to need to stop attacking. He also can't play a human without screwing himself pretty badly. Spirit. It's a good one. Bleed dry. Well, there's no real reason to attack. It seems to me that I just block and kill this tapper end step with bleed dry and win the game. And then bleed dry this if he leaves it on defense. This game's over. Unless he does the thing that bounces all permanents, then it's not over, but it's close enough. In fact, I think even that would end it. Lifelink guy. Anything else? We don't even need to kill the tapper at this point. It's just Dunzo. Unless he has the baby. Does he have the baby? Tell me you don't have the baby. He didn't have the baby, guys. He didn't have that baby. I want my baby back, baby back, baby back. I want my chilies. Baby back ribs. Chilies, baby back ribs. Barbecue sauce. Ooh, ah, ooh, ooh, ah, ooh, ooh. I did need to kill that tapper. Annoying. I'm gonna put him back on this plan. I can't just win the next turn like I wanted to, but... This is a shrug. That needs a plains. Alright, here it is. Can we go 7-1? We definitely learned something about black-white. We learned some shit. We learned about the one-drops that are good. We learned about the things that are okay. We learned something about training. It's training day. This is just a sick hand, yo. This is it. This is the 2 games ago hand. If our opponent gets us, then his deck is sick. Because this is the knees. Shana nana nana. Nana nana. Knees. 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 We're in the jungle, baby. Time to die. I kind of want to get Innocent Traveler up. If he's going to be exploiting guys and making tokens, I want at least a little pressure on his tokens. But it's the same thing. It's like, the fuck? The fuck? This card's too good. I think I just aced this. See what he's got. -2, -0 or some shit. I think that's only on a creature though. Biolume Egg. I'm assuming we're gonna have to kill that at some point. I like the idea of clearing as much garbage out of his board state as possible, so Innocent Traveler is good. But Innocent Traveler is really bad against this because he doesn't have to sacrifice it to exploit. He just has to sacrifice it to this. So that's awkward. We don't get to train. I think we just want this guy back. He offered just too juicy of a trade. Seems to be full in on exploit right here. I'm actually 0-4 against blue-black. Oh, as long as it's attacking alone, that's pretty good. We don't have to deal with it yet, though. We probably want to do this and this at the same time. I think Gutter Skulker, without having seen it played too much yet, is just clearly one of the best cards in the set. That's not rare. I'm kind of content to just Griffin Rider and race. He didn't exploit? That's insane. Don't you just exploit? Oh, wait. Okay. So he does that. Innocent Travel is just not good against this guy. Sad to say. Gutter Skulker. So this costs 4, which means he can do it, but he spends his turn doing it, and we get a guy. A real guy. A man's man. We can even train again next turn. We really need to. If he's got removal, I guess you just kill this cackling culprit and attempt to race somehow. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I mean, I don't know. I guess he's losing that race pretty horrendously. But he's in a bad spot. It's not like he can fly. His options are race from way behind, play flyers, and try and block, or just sit back and die. Alright, so that's the race. We don't get to train next turn, though. That sucks. This. I'd probably block Drogskull Infantry just to have another threat of +2/+2 somewhere in the air. It doesn't really matter that much. This is the think of defeat, usually. Yeah, because we're just not going wide on the ground, so it doesn't matter. If we had a couple more ground guys, it would be better to just not sacrifice this guy. But one flyer doesn't do it, so the 3/3 is not enough. double bounce. Did it. We did it, right? That's the thing about me, is eventually, I win a game. Or 7. Yeah! Yeah! Dude, I would high five all one person who watched this, probably my buddies that I linked this to. I was like, hey man, do you think my voice sounds hot? Should I put on a British voice? Tell people about playing Magic? And then they're like, bro, good games. Nice to see you not fuck up.